The process that is meant to curb increased cases of criminality in the country amid reports that some licensed gun holders could be working in cahoots with criminal elements has now taken a whole new turn. The government now directing the newly reconstituted Firearms Licensing Board to conduct fresh vetting of all gun holders beginning the 17th of this month. The 90-day rigorous verification exercise of all firearm certificates in the country will allow the board to establish, maintain and monitor a centralized electronic register of all private citizens holding firearms. During the verification exercise, civilian firearm holders will be required to appear in person before the Firearms Licensing Board for mandatory vetting, while anyone in possession of illegal firearms must surrender the same to the government within the 90-day window, notwithstanding the authenticity of the license. Only police officers under the National Police Service, the military personnel under the Kenya Defence Forces, and officers working under the Kenya Wildlife Service and members of other security agencies will be exempted from the vetting exercise. After March 17th and 2019 deadline, all firearms unvetted certificates held by civilians will be considered expired and thus invalid.
We are very clear. Two wrongs don't make a right, and whether you have a license or not, as long as you are holding a firearm that's not meant for private citizens, then we will confiscate it. Since the certificate that people are holding, we are going to digitize it, and everyone will be required to go and produce the requisite documentation about your mental health, about your certificate of good conduct, your shooting capabilities, because there are people holding firearms who can't even shoot. So,
meanwhile, government spokesperson Eric Kiraithe is cautioning the youth against the influence of bad elements during the festive season. Speaking during an award ceremony dubbed Lenga Ugaidi na Talanta, Kiraithe said radical groups are targeting school-going children following a decline in their numbers as a result of the ongoing war on terror.
The terrorist propagandists have been exploiting a lot the issue of human rights. When a country moves towards a welfare state, there are a lot of challenges. You must be creative, you must work hard, and you must actively take part in creating that situation, in perpetuating.
Kiraithe at the same time called on Kenyans to support the ongoing police reforms, and he says are aimed at ensuring professionalism and respect to human rights.